Warwickshire Police has been under the spotlight for months. Following relentless pressure, they've finally released the controversial protocol that they entered into with the Warwickshire Hunt. But what exactly does this secret deal reveal, and why has it sparked such heated debate? Well, in this video, I'm going to break it all down piece by piece. Let's start with some context. The Warwickshire Hunt was handed a Community Protection Notice, or CPN, in 2022 because of antisocial behaviour during hunting, specifically what was described as unreasonable and dangerous use of the roads. Now, CPNs aren't just handed out lightly. They're meant to address behaviours that disrupt the quality of life for the community. And breaching a CPN is indeed a criminal offence that could land you a fine or even worse. But here's where it gets interesting. The Hunt appealed the CPN and managed to strike a settlement agreement with Warwickshire Police. This so-called protocol replaced the CPN, and despite mounting scrutiny, including from major outlets like Channel 4 News, the agreement remained completely hidden. Anonymous officers even accused the force of selectively enforcing the law to broker this very deal.
And tonight, officers speak out accusing the force of allowing some people to be above the law.
People would compare how they would be dealt with if it was them or their family or their relative. Surely we can't pick and choose what laws we uphold as a police force.
Unsurprisingly then, Warwickshire Police denied these claims. Under pressure, Warwickshire's Police and Crime Commissioner Philip Seacombe called for an independent review into how the situation was handled. On paper, that sounds quite reasonable, right? But it turns out Seacombe is a member of the Pro-Hunt Countryside Alliance. And of course, critics, including West Midlands Huntsabs, who have been really persistent on this, have argued that this undermines the review's impartiality. Even local MP Matt Weston has called for a full independent public inquiry, slamming the review as a whitewash and not truly independent. Well, here's what Matt had to say in Parliament back in October on this very story.
Mr. Speaker, it's almost 2 years since Warwickshire Police issued a CPN against Warwickshire Hunt. 8 months later, it was mysteriously replaced by a secret protocol. The Police Crime Commissioner, who receives financial support from the Countryside Alliance, claims that he knew nothing of the protocol. The Chief Constable refused to give me a copy, and now she's resigned, claiming retirement. Trust in the PCC and the leadership of Warwickshire Police has been seriously damaged. So will she meet with me to discuss the need for a truly independent inquiry as opposed to the sham one being undertaken by the PCC?
So what did the review actually find? Well, published on the 8th of January, it largely cleared the police of any wrongdoing. While it noted some issues with communication and oversight, the author concluded there was no evidence of undue influence from Seacombe. Shortly after, Warwickshire Police finally published the secret protocol. So what did it reveal? Well, at its core, the protocol was meant to improve lines of communication between the police and the Hunt. It claimed to better protect road users, the public, and even the Hunt itself. Let's pause here. Remember, this agreement was needed because of the Hunt's dangerous behaviour on roads. So who exactly needed protecting from whom? The document positioned itself as a tool for regulating trail hunting, which it defined as a simulation of traditional hunting. But here's the elephant in the room. The Warwickshire Hunt is notorious for allegations of illegal activity. Reports from Protect the Wild, hunt saboteurs and monitors placed this hunt among the top 5 in the entire country for fox hunting incidents during the 23-24 season. In fact, just a year earlier, they topped the list entirely with a staggering 12% of all reported fox hunting incidents. The protocol mirrored some elements of the CPN, like requiring the Hunt to notify the police of its activities, but it also introduced new measures that raised serious concerns. For example, the Hunt had to provide contact details for 2 points of contact during each hunt and meet with police monthly to discuss issues. Additionally, they were required to set up a central complaints email address. Police would relay what they'd call credible complaints from the public to the Hunt, and the Hunt in turn had to explain how they responded. This kind of cooperation isn't inherently bad, but it does raise a critical question. Why does a Hunt known for repeated breaches, get this level of access to the police. And now here's where things get really contentious. The consequences for breaching the protocol. Under the CPN, of course, a breach was a criminal offence. But with this protocol, a breach triggered a chain of steps. The police would alert an unnamed individual or entity about the violation, and then the Hun or whoever was notified would then have 14 days to respond. And if the response wasn't satisfactory, the police could escalate the matter to the British Hound Sport Association. The BHSA, in turn, then refer the issue to its disciplinary body, the Hound Sports Regulatory Authority, which has the power to impose fines or revoke the hunt's license. There is literally zero mention of any criminal liability. And now, if this protocol sounds like a lighter touch compared to the CPN, that's because it is. The document did state that police could issue a new warning letter or even another CPN if the breach met the criteria. Let's be real here, this would essentially take them back to square one. They'd already gone down this road with the CPN in 2022, so what's the point of the protocol really? Given the watered down consequences and the exclusive access the hunt was granted to the police, it's hard not to see this protocol as favourable to the Warwickshire Hunt. We're not buying Warwickshire Police's claim that this agreement was about increasing public confidence. In fact, the exact opposite seems to have happened. The Hunt Saboteurs Association asked a pointed question: who else gets this access, and what other bodies facing legal action from the police receive this special treatment? And it's a fair point. The protocol claimed to aim for transparency and public confidence, but it took months of pressure and media scrutiny for it even to be made public. This is what the Chief Constable of Warwickshire Police had to say the other week about finally releasing the protocol.
I have made a decision to release the civil protocol and place that into the public domain, and that will be available on our website as of today. And I want to explain the reasons for doing so. Circumstances change, and when they do change, you have to review your position.
Circumstances change. So what he means to say really is his force got caught out on national television making a secret deal with a hunt, and they were forced into releasing the protocol for the public to see. Ultimately though, this isn't just about one hunt or one police force. It's about accountability. It's about whether institutions that are supposed to serve the public can be trusted to uphold the law, even when it involves powerful or controversial groups. The protocol is now obsolete, but its implications still linger. It's a case study in what happens when public pressure forces transparency, and it serves as a reminder of why that pressure really does matter. So, what do you think? Has this protocol damaged trust in Warwickshire Police? I'm keen to hear your thoughts, so please do leave a comment down below. A huge credit must be given to West Midlands Hunt Sabs for their relentless work on exposing this secret deal, and to Channel 4, of course, for their persistence on this story too.